Hey everybody, this is Jerichos, and welcome back to Puppeteer. Last time we finished up Act 4, defeating General Bull in a vicious match in the Colosseum. And, honestly, it was kind of fun. I liked it. However, before we move on to Act 5, there's a couple things we need to do. First off, it's storybook time. That's right, we've got another picture book for finishing Act 4. Who's it going to be about this time? Oh, looks like it's about Esma Potts, the Witch's Book of Recipes.
The Witch's Book of Recipes. Live from Castle Grizzlestein, it's Esma Pots and Pans. The only cooking show where a real certified witch, that's me, teaches you quick and easy magical recipes. The cat at the witch's feet tried to stifle a yawn. Not this meow sheaf again. Don't you ever learn? What? Said the witch innocently. Your last spicy surprise knocked the general right out of his stripes. All he wanted was a painkiller for his toothache. The witch shrugged. No better way to forget one's pain than to put your mind on another. Then what about the husband and wife who couldn't say what was in their hearts? Your frankly furters only made things worse. The truth shall set them free. Things have to get worse before they get better. The cat rolled his eyes. I can see I'm wasting my time. Good night. Must you always take the lazy way out? But the feline was already half asleep when a knock came at the door. Oh my, I wonder who today's special guest will be. It was one of the Castle Grizzlestein guard. What's that? You've been sent here by your master? It's all in this letter? Sweat formed on the witch's brow as she started to read aloud. Madam Witch, my soldiers and puppets are miserable. They're up all night moaning and crying. I demand they be cheered up at once. Do you have a recipe for happiness? You don't know what it's like to be alone, rejected, with only the imaginary friend in your pillow to turn to. And neither do I. Just help them. My goodness! A shred of kindness. Very well. Today's recipe on Esma Pots and Pans is Cloud9 Stew. Grab a pen and paper, because here comes that magic recipe. 30 glee shrooms from the Wild Waste, 3 wacti cacti, root to shoot, 1 bundle of vile vines sliced into rounds. Last but not least, 2 teaspoons of my secret spice. A little something you can find right in the castle basement. Ludicus, spoonicus, bon appetit. The grub seemed less than eager to dig in. What's that? Prove it works? The king will kill you if you don't check. Oh, fine. The witch looked down at the floor. Yin-yang, you slouch! Wake up! Have a sip of stew and put some zip in your step. Now! The cat reluctantly sampled his mistress's brew. I'll have to hold my nose, but meow. Leaping litter boxes, this is good. Makes me all warm and fuzzy and... Oh, I feel perfect. I could die right now and have no regrets. Oh dear! Did I overdo it with the secret spice? They say you can't appreciate happiness without a little tragedy. The secret spice, you ask? Why, it's snake's toxin, in moderation, of course. Oh, don't give me that look. If you want out of this hellhole, face it, You're just gonna have to go to heaven. But cheer up. I hear they have cable.
Oh my gosh. That poor long-suffering cat. After the stories we read in 9 Lives and then this, he's not doing so hot. So that wraps up the picture book for Act 4. Normally, at this point, we'd be journeying on to Act 5, but we're not going there yet. It's time for an intermission. We now have all 4 of the champion's powers. The knight, the ninja, the pirate, and the wrestler. We've also got the boost cut. Because we have all of our powers, we can go back and get some stuff we missed. So we're going to be journeying through the previous acts and curtains to find everything that we missed. Starting with Act 1, Curtain 1. And we arrive at this section of the first curtain. You'll notice a pot with a now familiar symbol on it. That's right, it's a ninja bomb. Use the bomb here, and we get the yin-yang head. So yep, couldn't access that until we had the ninja powers, but now that we've got it, we can move onward. And the next thing we need is a little further on, right after you get Calibris. We're at the first gate here. Do not cut through it. You'll actually see a little hook in the top right. Use our pirate hook to pull on that, and something will appear on the right that you need to examine several times very quickly. Let's do it. And there's a little doll. Examine it. Keep examining it. There we go. Got it! If you get all 3 of them examined, it will give you a bunch of moon sparkles and 100 sparkle. And the Tyrant's Inner Tyrant trophy. So make sure you get that. And rather than cut away, the next one's pretty close. And I did not cut that well enough. Let's try this again. There we go. One more through the air.
We'll be out of here in no time.
And now we come to the 4th gate, which is a vertical one. And we have another hook. Make sure to check this one.
Where are
For a little
you,
scene.
my pretties? I know you scamps wouldn't dream of running away! Ha! Thought you could pull a fast one on Esma Potts? Get back here!
Now there's one more optional thing we can do in this stage, which I'll jump ahead to. But a quick point, if you're just going for seeing the wooden puppet scenes or collecting items that you missed, make sure you continue until it transitions to a new screen, usually through a golden gateway. That guarantees you'll actually keep credit for what you found. So, let's move on. So we've arrived at the point where the grubs first attack you. After you take out the first one, you'll get a group of 3 who will all come in. You want to lure them together into one group and kill them all with a single bomb.
Get caught and you'll be grabified.
And that did not work.
The rest of these poor children.
Okay, well, if you screw it up, you get a second wave of 3. The best thing to do is get them all in one section, and you can get usually one of them to pick up the bomb. And they're not all together. Okay. You need to come follow me. Come on, guys. Yes. Over here. Really? Okay, these guys are just being obstinate. There we go. Okay. One of them hold it. And yes, 3 grubs with a single bomb. Should get us a trophy. Yes. Super Ninjitsu Kablooey Master. And that's all we need from Act 1. So we'll exit out. There's one trophy for each of the champion's powers, and that's the bomb one. Most of the others we'll go through, see them as we go. For now, though, back into Curtain 2. And we only have one thing in this curtain that we missed the first time around. That's the bat action that we skipped, because it would skip by a bunch of grubs, collectible stuff like that. So, let's use it now and see what happens. whole bunch of bats. Follow them around. You know what? Do this the way it was intending with regular cuts. It brings you to a quick zip line. Head up through here. Basically a shortcut that bypasses pretty much the whole section here. You would have missed out on all of those wooden puppets that were locked away that you had to free. 100 sparkles brings you all the way to here. So, pretty neat. Great if you just want to get through it quick, but if you want everything, you miss out. And that brings us all the way to the end. So, let's exit out of this section and go back to Act 1, Curtain 3. So we defeated the guillotine, and you remember there is a patchy bit of wall here. Inspect it, reveals a hook claw. We can finally do something with this. Yank it out and see what happens. Yep, another scene with the wooden puppets and a whole bunch of moon sparkles. Pretty nice. Ever onward. And here we've killed off the second laser shooting bulb on the climb here to Safe Peak Arena. What you'll notice below you is the wrestler icon. Slam down here to find a secret area with a bunch of grubs. Yep, 4 of them. Kill them off. Wait, hey, give me my head back. You know, I actually want to. Yes, I'm still trying to kill them all with. Fine. Trying to kill them with the hook claw as much as I can. And that wraps up Act 1, Curtain 3. Yes, Act 1 is finally complete. So, let's move on to Act 2. See what awaits us there. Back out, and Act 2, Curtain 1. So we return to this part as we're climbing the waterfall, killing the grubs in our way. And you'll remember this 100 sparkle that was a little hard to get to? With the boost cut, it's incredibly easy. Yeah, you can get it beforehand, but it's a lot easier with that. Oh, and hey, we actually got the Ninja's trophy, Super Buccaneer Grapple Master. That's for killing, I think it's 100 grubs with the grapple. Now, once you've done that, start attacking them with the body slam. Yeah, because you want to kill grubs off with that next. Working our way for another trophy. Moving onward and upward. And we have arrived at the sequence of lantern fights. What you want to do is get all the way to the third one, this big one. Stand all the way to the right. Let him get rid of all the platforms, and eventually you'll see something appear on his side. Instead of bombing, we want... There we go! Grab him with the hook claw. And we get the paper lantern head. Yep, simple as that. So, go ahead and finish up this stage to exit out. And we'll see you in Act 2, Curtain 2. So shortly after the 100 sparkle that was up to the left here, we will see something interesting. Also, notice we're at 99 lives and 99 sparkles, so gaining more at this point won't do anything as far as increasing your life, but you still want to collect them for another reason, which we'll get to. For now, get rid of this frog who's in our way, and you'll see that head action.
Something different about the middle lantern. It almost looks like one of those paper ones.
Now that we have the paper lantern head, let's use it and see something fun happen.
Huh?
A roulette!
What are those? Lantern ghosts?
So here, we've seen a roulette where we had to use the hook claw to stop it. Now, we've got to bomb it. Let him eat the bomb. And what do we get? Something good, I hope.
Yes!
Yeah, a whole bunch of heads.
Score!
Oh, and Esma Pots. I'm guessing... I lost it. I'm guessing it just turns her into a log, since we're in the area where we get the bomb anyway. So, oh yeah, there it is. It did actually change her. So, we got the bomb. We got the log. So, moving onward to the next item on the list. So we've got the frog action. Whoop.
But the frogs! I think they're helping us!
Yep, there we go. We did manage to get it off at the end. Use the frog action, and they'll actually create a little bouncy spot on the right. So, it's very helpful since, you know, it keeps you from dying. However, if you're going for that trophy Fly Beta Kappa, you don't want to use it because even touching the frogs will void that trophy. So now that we've used that, move onward a little farther into the curtain for one more thing we missed. And we've arrived in front of the giant squirrel again. Now, this one you see the wrestler icon below you before you hit it. If you haven't already done the acorn head action or inspecting the squirrel 3 times for the trophy, do those now, because as soon as you use this, the squirrel will go away. Yep. The wooden puppet action. And he looks a little dazed. You know what? Get out of here, you. Come on. Climbing up the vine. So there we go. Saw that, and that finishes up this act. So, let's change the scene and then go to Act 2, Curtain 3. So after you get to this section, the second time you get blasted up into the sky with a ring of smoke, make sure to inspect this statue. I guess sarcophagus. We saw this last time. Couldn't do anything with it then, but now, hook claw to release the mummy. Gives you a path to cut. Cut along it, and it will lead you all the way around to 100 sparkle. Well, you gotta cut through the end. Yep, 100 sparkle, and we set loose one of the wooden puppets. So, move onward, change the scene so that you get credit for it, and we're moving in to Act 3. And here we are, stuck inside the Jolly Lamb Ham. But you'll notice, we got a wrestler icon, body slam the crate, and an amusing scene with 2 of the wooden puppets. Pretty fun there. Now, move on all the way to the giant cannon room. And again, we see another wrestler icon. Smash into this one for another wooden puppet scene. And this time they're playing with a raft. Yeah, that raft isn't going to get them very far. That's actually all we need from this act and curtain. So, move on to Act 3, Curtain 2, for one more thing we missed. Okay, so we've arrived here where we use the shark head action. This is not actually the thing we missed right here. However, since the shark action bypassed this whole section last time, I figure let's go ahead and show it. Race through the final section, see if we can avoid taking a hit. Duck and jump as necessary, we can do it, and the anglerfish is chasing us.
The oil slick had worked its tricks and morphed this fishy fiend into an impossible size.
Yes, he shoots missiles at you, or torpedoes, or whatever you want to call it. Blast ahead.
The battered remains of a sunken ship
right here.
lay on the ocean floor. Just then, a giant tentacled menace appeared. It was a squirrel intimidating.
Squirrel?
I don't feel like dealing with the anglerfish, so again, we're blasting him away.
Swig! That was incredible!
Wasn't it?
Now, coming up here is actually going to be what we missed. First off, take care of this grub who's in our way, and also slam the ground.
It's no cruise liner.
For 2 more grubs. Kill them off, and before you leave this section, inspect these barrels. For another wooden puppet scene. Yep, he's swimming away. I love the little floating life preserver there. So that wraps it up. What you need to do now is, as usual, get to the end of a section, so it'll save the progress there, and let's head back out to the main menu. Alright, so we're back on the main menu. You can now go through, and you should be able to check every curtain so far, Act 1 through 4, and see every head, every soul, and the bonus stage completely found. And see the bonus stages. Yep, we've got them all cleared. All 12 of them we've seen so far. And let's check our head collection, because we got 2 new ones that we didn't have before. Come on, load game. There we go. Nothing new in Act 3, so in Act 1, we got the Yin Yang Head. We'll show off where to use it later. So, yeah, cute, he's chasing a little mouse, and the mouse beats him. Very Tom and Jerry there. And in Act 2, we got the Paper Lantern Head. Man, that's kind of creepy. He even rips his own tongue off. So, we now have every head in all 4 acts that we've been to. A few actions are still missing, but, you know, we'll get to them. Next up, Act 5, and it's got a lot of heads to find. Act 5 is probably one of my favorites because it's just so weird and interesting. And again, what part of the game isn't? So, that'll do it for now. Hope you've enjoyed the intermission. Next time, we're coming back and entering the dark in Act 5. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to click like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter. I'll see you guys next time.